Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. I'm going to do a little summary now that we finished the first half of the year. And now that they're telling us, oh, what a stellar first half we had the stock market, that means the second half is even going to be better. And in fact, there's not going to be, because they cooled down inflation, there's not going to be a recession. Well, that's a lie right there. You can go back as far as you want. Every time inflation has cooled, we always had a recession. Now, let's start out with putting this in perspective, this rally that we're in now. And they're telling us the rally, and you can see the chart right here. They're telling us the rally is going to continue now for the next half of the year. Well, it's not, and I'm going to tell you why. Because these dopes, okay, aren't telling the truth. So if you take a look and compare 2022 to 2023, the first halves, but let's just take a look at this. The Nasdaq dropped 29% in 2022. That was the worst first half on record. But yet, in 2023, it rallied up 32%. The best first half in 40 years. Wow, what a turnaround that was. And then if you take and you switch over to the S&P, wow, another big winner, stellar. 2022, a 20% drop in the market. Had the worst 6 months since 1970. But then you take a look at 2023, oh my God, the S&P's up 16%, had the best 6 months since 2019. But wait a minute, something's wrong. While that was going on during the first half of 2023, okay, remember, our economy was experiencing the biggest economic downturn since 2007-2009 recession, while we're having these big rallies. Now that's a little strange, because remember, the same problems that caused the Nasdaq and the S&P to drop in 2022 by 29% and 20%, we had the same exact problems going on when they rallied the S&P by 16% to the upside and Nasdaq 32% to the upside. But yet, nothing's changed. How could that be? For the first 14 months, our leading economic indicators have been negative. So how could the market be rallying? Especially the yield curve. It's still inverted. And then we have the largest corporate debt, which we're going to have all these defaults. They're already started because interest rates aren't anymore at zero, where they can loan a corporation at 1%. Now they're in trouble. Just like the banks who bought all these bonds, but take our regional banks who bought all these bonds at 1.1, getting 1.5%. But then when they raise rates to 5%, losing money. Well, the corporations are losing big money right now. And bankruptcies are up. Then we had the biggest drop in industrial production. Well, wait a minute, the market was going up? I mean, I don't understand. We had the best in 40 years. The Nasdaq, the S&P in 20 years. I mean, it's amazing. And we have historic 40-year inflation. And they're talking about how inflation is now cooling off. Wait a minute. It's not cooling off. Right to July, gasoline is still up from the day that Biden took office, 58%. Rent, 30%. Energy, 33%. Groceries, still up 20%. Come on. But they're telling us everything is just going to be ducky and we're going to go even higher. They're celebrating this. Are you nuts? So they're saying we're not going to have a recession. That's hard to believe, especially when wages are down 3.2%. That's the truth. Wages are down. They're not up. 38% of our full-time workers can't cover their basic needs, causing the biggest 3-year increase in part-time jobs. Savings dropped from 32% during that pandemic to 8%. To 4%. And now we have a record number of people holding second jobs. Our dollar from September 2022 to August 2023 has dropped 12%. You lost 12% in purchasing power. This is insane. This is insane. Oil is on its way up. Oil is on its way up. And guess what? We paid $300 billion in interest on our national debt, and then it's going to $600 billion this year. 2024 is going to go to $1.2 trillion. Are you kidding me? This is all crap. Look, the way you make money in this market is like we do. We follow the money. And when the money's coming out of the market, we don't listen to the crap. We don't listen to these dopes. We listen to the money. And when money goes in, we buy. And when money comes out, we sell short. And what you've been looking at here on the chart is our color-coded chart, which tells us when to buy, when to sell. It identifies money going in and money going out. It's a chart that we designed here at Phil's Gang. Never fails us. So, again, do not believe what they are telling you, that we're not going to have a recession. We are. They're telling you that inflation is going down when it can't go down because Biden's going to continue to do these stupid programs. As a matter of fact, most of the money that they're spending on these different programs are not good investments. They're malinvestments. In fact, what's happened now, with all this money he's spending on these programs, we're spending $3. Okay, for every $3 we spend on his programs and AOC's programs, we're only getting $1 back. Only $1 back. Now, the only way we could get a rally going and sustain that rally, and remember how they're forcing this rally up. They printed $2 trillion to prop up the banks, and they printed $15 trillion to prop up Microsoft and Apple to keep the 7 stocks up. Remember, it was these 7 stocks that moved this whole Nasdaq. That's right. I mean, in fact, if you take a look at the stocks like Meta, I think Meta was up like something like 153%. Nvidia up 196%. That's why the market went up. That's why the Nasdaq went up. That's why the spiders went up. If we didn't have these stocks inside the spiders, and we didn't have these stocks inside the Nasdaq, we would have never had this rally. But now it's over. And China's the big problem. Because China, remember, they kept their economy closed for 3 years. And everybody around the world sells China steel and coal and everything. And they're not buying it because their economy is in the dumps. And that means that all the countries, including our country, are going to suffer because of China, because their economy is going down. So everything you hear, just block it out. Follow the money. And if you join my gang, Phil's Gang, you can check it out. It's 10 days free. And the easiest way to follow the money is using our charts, because it's green when money's going in, and it's red when money's coming out. Look, the market's the best place in the world if you know how to go long and short. 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know how to do that. All they do is buy, 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 buy. It can be fun too. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Free for 10 days. Check it out, where we tell you the truth. See you on the charts.